I chose an athlete, competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my...
Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Broncos Stadium at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And the Mile High air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Down, 60 or. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Lock to throw on 2nd down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
61, matchbox right.
Faking the give to Lindsay. Here's Locke. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
On the ready.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Freeman. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber. Ready?
3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Easy. Mike Fincher. Let's go. Coaching spell.
Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. Shark's got it left side. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now Foles. Catch made. That's the rookie tight end, Josh Oliver. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
Hey, here we go. I got you. Seconds the mic. Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
Here's Foles. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. Foles. And the pressure gets to him again. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here's Jones. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
6 guys out. Hey, box drop. Pilot, 64, weak.
56, Mike, 56. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
Block again here on 2nd and 10. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Calais Campbell able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
He's going to let this one go. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And that was a young pup, the rookie being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Vic Beasley picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Another try after the 1st down sack. Foles. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Good play there to step in and knock that one away by Chris Harris.
Who said that he couldn't play in the NFL?
Not me.
Not you. A lot of scouts did, a lot of people undrafted, and has turned himself into a Pro Bowl cornerback, one that really knows how to play the position.
47's the mic, boy, 47.
Receiver.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Now this is fielded in the end zone. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. And tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, two teams, well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Denver. 47 yards. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Locke working out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are in for 6. McManus's point after is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Check, check, check. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield. Hey, check, Mike.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back to throw here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Jones on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the...
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, What's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Topper! Watch it! Hey, Echo! Check three. 5.
After the sack on first down, Locke airing it out, looking for Ridley. That's going to be caught. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Calvin Ridley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
25, check 25, check 25. 12. 13.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Foles. That one complete. He finds Shark. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Brings up 2nd and 7. Got nothing at the 47-yard line. 64.
On 2nd and 7, Foles. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
5. Check. Let's go. Hey, well, Mike 34. Yes. Hey, check Mike 34. Mike, hey, orbit.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And just a 30-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it?
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
Ready.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. And it's 3rd down.
Read. All day, dog. Recon, 130.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. 2nd and 5. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Back to you. I'm going back to you. Hayden Cole. 951. Don't get nervous. Pick.
He'll look to throw. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
61, matchbox lights.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. The sack by Todd Davis. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Finding room at the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another first and 10. He'll look to throw. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Well, you were backed up into a second and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Watch the run. They're running it. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And caught by Sanders. Touchdown Broncos.
Touchdown, baby. Let's go.
Emmanuel Sanders. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos use this short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On the ball! On the ball! On the ball! On the ball! QB drop! Watch QB drop! Down to hit!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll run on second down with Blue. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Adam Gotsis, the big Aussie, in on the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Back to throw. He sets to fire deep. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Jones on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10.
Ricky. Coaching spell. Take four.
Now Locke on the bootleg. Completes it to Fant on the right side. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Throwing again on second down. Locke, left side here to Sanders. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And it is 28-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go!
Mike 51, know your job!
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. He'll have a first down past the 40. The 40. The 20. 10. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Josh Lambo now for the point after. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Set up, 50, plant.
44. Defense.
Rock it. Shoot.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
24-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Silver. Check safety. Now.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
But that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for him.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Bang. Check nine.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. Able to get away. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. And that'll be incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So they get the first down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's see what you got.
That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Hey, here we go. I got you.
On second down, here's Fournette. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. Now Foles. This is Jeff Swaim, the tight end. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play that time for Jacksonville. 41 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
43. Let's go. Great.
Here's Foles. And that is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
Here we go. 180. What we got?
Foles. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed.
And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark His third touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's